Hi to everyone, this is Flo from Past Life Therapy and Healing. I just came from a photo shoot, so I still had the makeup on, so you can tell. And I thought it was looking pretty, very pretty, so I left it on. And for the video, a friend of mine asked me if I could help her with being her model, so I was like, yeah, why not? So here I am. This video is a very important one because the energies in the last 2 weeks of February and the first 2 weeks of March are pretty intense. Yeah, you know it. That's why you're here watching the video. So yeah, this affects more to starseeds and starseeds who are aware that they are light workers. So the starseeds in their ascension process. So if you are one of those, you are probably feeling this energy pretty intense. I explain it and why. Well, first of all, we had the Schumann Resonance only 2 days ago. So today is 3rd of March. Sorry, 2nd of March. So on the 1st of March, 1 day ago. This is my awareness of time and space. Very confusing lately. So what's happening? We have a big peak, and the big peak, before the big peak, we have like 5 days with the Schumann resonance pretty low. We still have very tiny peaks, but not the massive like that lasts for this time last for like 5 hours, which is very intense. Imagine that the peaks of Schumann resonance are like earthquakes. So it's not the same an earthquake that lasts for instance 30 seconds that an earthquake that lasts for 1 minute or 1 minute and a half, because as longer is the period of time that the earthquake lasts, then the effects of it could be more dangerous, because we'll be more shaking. Yeah, so more risk to break down houses and make holes on the ground. So imagine the Schumann resonance is similar. We have peaks very often lately, but when it lasts for more than 1 hour, gets very intense and you definitely feel it. So how is this connected with our ascension process? I'm not going to explain what the Schumann resonance is because it's very complex and it's not a topic for today, because otherwise it will take me like a long video to explain. But it's important for you to be aware of the frequency of Mother Earth, because we are living on Mother Earth. So if we are a part of Mother Earth, we're very connected. So the energy of Mother Earth will definitely affect us straight away. Of course, sensitive people will feel it the most, or at least will be aware that there is something happening, while maybe people who's not sensitive, they may not be aware that they changes or variations of mood, or because they're feeling sick or tired or more sleepy, is connected with the energy. They may think, oh, you know, it's the gym or the weather. They may not make the connection. That's the thing, but we all feel it. And that's very important, and that's the point of this video, to understand how this energy affects us and how can we stop thinking that the energy affected, but rather of that think, well, how can I take advantage of it, and how can I understand the behavior of other people when we are experiencing these peaks. So what happened when the energy increased that much? Well, different things. It all depends of the energy available during that period of time. So at the moment we are in Pisces, Pisces season. We are being affected by the full moon full moon in Virgo. So we have an energy there because it's not only affecting us as Schumann resonance, but also the planets around us. So we have all this configuration of energy influencing us, plus the peaks. Then another important factor is how much you've been working in clearing your own darkness, which means moving, first of all, integrating the darkness, seeing is there and recognizing that's a part of you, and after that, healing that darkness, which means removing the thoughts and emotions attached to that experiences that you went through that created the darkness, and translate it into wisdom. So you become a wiser person through the horrible experience you may live in past lives and in this life. So that's the process of moving elements from your dark side to your enlightened side. But the dark side will stay there, because we can't delete the things that happened in the past, but what we can do is stop identifying ourselves with that experiences. But to stop identifying ourselves with those experiences, we really need to detach the emotions. I give you a quick example. Let's say that I suffered bullying when I was a child. So I can't delete what happened, that will be always there, but I need to integrate that experience, and I want to turn that experience in light, in wisdom. So as more I identify with the little girl suffering bullying, what means identifying? Means if I go now outside and I believe I'm that little girl with pain in the heart, feeling hurt, feeling vulnerable, feeling that people will hurt her because she suffered bullying, and I go around with my 34 years old path, the person who reacts to the experiences I may have outside of my house is not Florencia with 34 years old, but is my inner child, which is expressing my wounded feminine energy or my wounded masculine. That means I'm still identifying myself with that bullying, with that person I was at, let's say, I don't know, 20 years ago. And that means that, yeah, like I can't really see the wisdom because I'm still suffering. So I want to be able to see the big picture and take advantage of it and allow that integrate and make me convert myself in a wiser person. As more I deny my past or I resist to the past, to not integrate that, because let's say I hate all the people from school, I'm very angry, so that's why I can't let go. So I'm holding that frequency into my energy field. What means holding? Oh, okay, means investing my energy in there. How much energy I have? Limited. In this life, in this third dimension, the energy is limited. So I will need a lot of energy to hold the darkness, to hold the pain, the suffering, the anger, the frustration, to keep identifying myself with a little girl who feels bullied. Okay, think for a moment, stop the video and think, am I still identifying myself with things that happened in the past? No, that's the different answer. Okay, wait a minute. Think of the past. Think of the most painful things that happened in your past. As to your inner child, are you still suffering for that? If your inner child says yes, or at least doubt, that's a red flag for you to see, oh, okay, so probably sometimes I'm identifying myself with that. And then taking this to a bit more complex situation, we may be still identifying ourselves with situations that happen in past lives. For instance, I was in Atlantis, and when I lived in Atlantis, certain decisions that I took with my family, not alone, have led into many people dying. Into me losing my family, not even able to enjoy my husband because he went to war, and I couldn't do anything to convince him to stay. I felt hopeless, and I felt vulnerable, and I felt that the situation was out of my control. Yeah, so okay, that happened thousands of years ago. All right, but am I still identifying with that lady? I don't know. Okay, if the answer is I don't know, just what I need to do is check, okay, what are my fears today? Do I have any fear connected with that experience? Am I scared of not even able to enjoy of a relationship, of a family, or having a family but losing my husband straight away, or scared of power and having a lot of power and then hurting other people or taking the wrong decisions? If the answer is yes, that means I'm still identifying myself with my past life. So this is a bit complex, but this bit is not for everyone, but for those who've been doing the therapy of past lives. They know their past lives, or they've been doing Akashic records and they know their past life in Akashic records, or they are my students who they know how to open their Akasha and they saw their past lives. Yeah. I know it's everything very complex, and after this video you need to have a seat and meditate, or take like at least 2 hours to reflect and think, and then yeah, I know where my energy is going. What I'm saying all these things, because when the energy goes higher with those peaks, we need more energy for downloading that light that entering into our body and modifying our DNA and regenerating our skin. We are going through rejuvenation. Is that correct? When you look younger, when you are healing your organs, when you're changing your diet, you're making many. We go in complex. It's like upgrading your software, or downloading newer iOS or newer Android. So you definitely try to do it now with your cell phone. Download a new version of iOS or Android. You will need more space, you need battery, you need everything. You can't do it just, with any phone. Maybe your phone is not able, capable to do it because you need a new phone, So we need a lot of energy for ascension. So every time we download in light codes and we are awakening higher chakras and healing our body and incorporating your energy, we need energy. So if you're still holding the darkness, the identification, what happened in your system? Clash and crash. So like the computer, I love to, because I've been working in the IT industry for so long, since I was very little. So I know a lot about computers. So I find it very similar to explain the processes we're going through with the computer examples. So what happened? Okay, now let's focus in how the energy affects different people. So you are more incarnating your wounded feminine energy. What happened? You probably have more identifications with your wounded feminine. That will create emotions of, for instance, abandonment, or feeling rejection, feeling powerless, because that's the wounded feminine energy. If you have done my workshops, you know what I'm talking about. Otherwise, check, because I have videos. I made a video with Margaret only for Valentine's. I was talking about this. So you can pause this video, go to that other video, which is not that long, it's 15 or half an hour. But you can watch it and you will identify the wounded feminine, the wounded masculine, and then you're like, okay, so we have experiencing peaks in the frequency, and then those peaks are awakening, not awakening, but showing me, oh, look, you put in a lot of energy and still feeding this fear, still feeding this pain, because this pain can't survive if you don't feed it. So that causes physical pain, and those emotions attach with the experiences to come up to surface, and you may be suffering as same as when you were there in past lives or here. Doesn't matter, because, and this is important, star seeds awakening, light workers. So people watching my YouTube channel, my clients, my students, you guys have this chakras open. You've been working on that. You wanted to awake your rainbow chakra, rainbow consciousness chakra, your start of the soul, and what I explain you in the workshops, when I explain you when you've done Reiki, cosmic consciousness, which is not normal Reiki. I told you, we are awakening the chakra, and you will be aware of past lives. And you were like, yeah, I love it. I want to know about past lives. I want to become a superhuman. Okay, this is part of still feeling those past lives, like if they were happening right now. Even Atlantis, Lemuria, Orion War, doesn't matter how old are your memories. When you awake this chakra, time and space doesn't exist anymore like before, when you were fully into the matrix. So if you are incarnating more the masculine, you may experience anger, frustration. So it all depends. If you've been working, if you're one of my clients who've been working, you know, healing the chakras, so probably that anger will be channeled into, I don't know, something strategic. For instance, you know you're feeling funny, so you know already what to do. You may be like, okay, I will do some gym so I can translate that anger into, you know, just sweating and focusing on, you know, something, going for a walk, for a run, yeah. Or if you are feeling more depressed, you may be, oh yeah, okay, I will make some music. You know what to do because you have tools. Yeah. What happened with star seeds in ascension process, but they haven't done the work? Yes, they will play the games. What games? The games of manipulation. So if you've done my workshops, for instance, chakra healing, when we do the solar plexus, we learn about manipulation of energy. I'm not here advertising my workshops, but because most of the people who follow me are my students, most of them. So I say this for you to remember, because some of you done this workshop 4 years ago. And I'm inviting you, go and look for the PDF that I sent to you, or maybe back in the time 4 years ago, I made it's all printed. Check solar plexus manipulation. All right. Defense system trying to steal energy from others. Oh, okay. So how that may apply when I know that the wounded feminine feels put of me, play the put of me, or play victimization, which is the put of me, or play, you know, entangling thoughts so they can feel controlling, you know, or the man, or the wounded, wounded masculine, or maybe is the person who plays the aloof for me to give them attention, or they play the controlling, you know, and being very aggressive, so I give them energy. Yes, people who's not working, which could be your best friend or your partner, because our star seeds are our soul family. So our soul family, they are around us. Some of them they are. You're doing the work, or even your twin flame, you're doing the work, and they are not doing the work, but they are awakening because being with you as a friend or partner, they are in the awakening process. The thing is they're doing it slower at their own pace, which is more painful, because They may not be aware that it's painful, but look, if you do manipulate, that's something that is not nice, right? You will get some karma after. So at the end, it is painful. I know we all feel like, oh, we are suffering a lot. Yeah. I mean, it's painful. I feel the pain as well because I'm still healing old memories, but I'm also aware that, yeah, I cry like 2 hours. I do some Reiki, meditation, and then it's gone. For other people, they may not cry, they may not do anything, but they are sad the whole week and they don't know why. So I think that's more painful than what I go through. Yeah, so think of you, if you're still thinking, no, this is so painful for me, look around, because some people, they may not know they're having symptoms of ascension, and they think, oh no, I'm like this because of the COVID, or because my partner cheated on me, or whatever, because I don't have money, and the depression lasts for 1 month. One month, one person who comes to the office and is in a bad mood, they're suffering. Yeah, they're not crying like you for 2 hours like a crazy person. Yeah, we do that. I do that. But then I come back to normal. You see me in calls or whatever, you cross me and you won't tell. But you can tell others. I was working in a shopping center. I remember like when all these things happened, the security guard, he was all good, beautiful. One day he started to be in a bad mood. Every day. We were laughing at the beginning, thinking, oh, he's in a bad mood, he probably had the period. But then when I thought, it was like, hey man, like he's 8 hours working or 9. And he's every day with a bad mood. He must be broken inside. He must be very, very sad. He's been like this for 3 weeks. My goodness, you know? So that's even worse than crying like a crazy person for 2 hours or 3 hours. Sometimes I cry for 3 hours. And I feel the craziest person in the world. But then I can smile and be happy and appreciate life. There's other people, again, they spend weeks, entire weeks, sleeping horrible, feeling horrible, so they drink or they take drugs or they do horrible things to themselves. So, yeah. So I gave you now like 3 different scenarios, or more than 3, because I told you about the feminine, the masculine, and people who are aware of they are in the process and they start seeds and they are light workers, and people who's not aware but they are like seeds and light work. Well, not like workers, they start seeds, still they couldn't make the decision to become a conscious light worker, and others who are not nothing but they're still feeling it. So those may be the worst ones, because they may be suffering, I don't know, coronavirus, cancer, going through a really difficult situation for months, and they don't know what to do. But that's part of the awakening process as well. So at the end, this energy is good, because it's helping all of us to awake the higher consciousness, to prepare a better world for all of us. But we need to go through this, and this may cause separations, this may cause you quitting your job or arguments. But if you feel like this, or someone you know is like this, another perspective to see this is a healing process, and this is like the virus that enters into your body, do the process, and then you feel better. Of course, again, if you get a virus and your immune system was very weak, you may develop, I don't know, you start with flu and you end up with pneumonia. But if your immune system is strong, you will feel the flu, horrible, but 2 days and then it's gone. So work on your spiritual immune system, acquire new tools, enroll in workshops, catch up with people, meditate. If you've done workshops in the past, go and look for those booklets, PDF you have, and try to find answers in there. So yeah, I think that's all for today. Maybe the next question before I finish the video will be, well, but this energy, when is gonna be over? Because I need to sort out my life, I need to recover my life. well, no, this is not finishing. No. We have still very strong energy to Leo's portal. We still have every time more and more and more energy. Every time more energy. So the only thing we can do, is work on that energy. It's no other choice. Is the energy there? The energy is triggering you? Find why. And clean it. Heal it. Fix it. You have the tools. If you don't have the tools, look for the tools. But do something. So when it keeps entering energy into your system, you have more space. Make a space for that energy to enter and do what it have to do. So the next 2 weeks in March, because maybe you're watching it later in March, and this is still helpful because you're like, oh, I understand the process now, I understand what I'm standing right now. So if you want to know next few weeks, the good stuff is that at least you will have more answers, so more clarity, because in February we have Mercury retrograding, so we're more questions than answers. But during that period of time you were finding out the answers, you've been downloading a lot of information. Now March is the moment to put everything in place. All the information you've been downloading in February, March is your month to organize everything. This full moon in Libra, perfect for that. Horrible, I know, because that means facing the truth, you know? Stop denying when you organize. This is like, okay, I will organize my closet today. And you open the closet like, no, let's do it tomorrow. So yeah, you open, but the good thing is after organizing, you will know exactly, you will save time because you need to go for jeans or to dress, and you're like, oh, it's more clothing that I thought. Oh, I could donate this and buy more different things. So you move in the energy. So this is a really good period for that as well. Okay, if you have any questions, just leave the comments so I know what kind of videos I could do next ones. Thank you so much. Namaste.